prices are moving again, but not in your favor. Dairy costs are up 18%, poultry about 12%, and seasonal gear could explode 40% before summer even hits. The quiet part? Most shoppers won't notice until shelves reset and everything costs more. In this video, we'll show you 15 Aldi buys, from the Kirkwood Chicken Nuggets to that Igloo rolling cooler, that are about to break your budget if you wait too long. The clock's already ticking. Let's start with the 3 items feeling inflation squeeze first. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. The freezer aisle is about to become ground zero for the next inflation surge, and it starts with one family favorite. You know the big red bag of Kirkwood Chicken Nuggets. The kind that rescues dinner when you're tired, hungry, and not in the mood to cook. People grab them almost on autopilot, tossing them into their cart without a second thought. For years, that frozen section has been the safe corner of the store, a backup plan that didn't break the budget. But that comfort cushion is about to vanish fast. Industry reports are clear. Poultry prices are climbing again, and not by a little. A 12% increase is already working its way through supply chains, tied to tighter feed supplies and high production costs. That's not just your nuggets. That's every frozen tender, rotisserie deal, and pre-cooked strip riding the same upward curve. Chicken used to be the affordable fallback protein, what you reached for when beef or pork looked steep. Now it's quietly moving into premium territory. What makes this different from those earlier price waves is timing. The jump is expected before May fades out. That means the same bag sitting at $6.99 today may tip over $7 before the next shelf restock. Doesn't sound like much at first glance, but here's the twist. It never stops there. Once producers adjust for new feed and labor costs, retailers follow, and the cheap protein slot disappears for good. The same product returns looking identical, maybe even with a new recipe upgrade label to soften the change, but you're paying more for less. Frozen poultry makers are already facing paper-thin margins, so they have 2 choices: raise visible prices or hide the squeeze somewhere else. Shrinkflation is the quiet fix. A lighter bag, fewer nuggets, extra filler blended in to stretch the mix. The label stays the same, and most buyers won't notice because everything feels lighter these days. You'll open the box, pour it onto a tray, and think, maybe I'm just hungrier tonight. But that difference matters. You're paying the same price for fewer bites of actual meat, and it's not just numbers, it's nutrition, texture, and satisfaction. The loss hides inside the bag long before you see it at checkout. Buying now before reformulations set in locks in what's still the full product. The version made with decent filler ratios and proper weight. Think of it less as a convenience buy and more as a short-term grocery investment. You're not stockpiling junk food. You're securing the last round of normal pricing before quality cuts come disguised as efficiency improvements. So for the next couple of weeks, the smartest move in the store might be in front of that freezer door. Load up within reason, check the per ounce weight, and keep 1 or 2 extra bags frozen solid. Because when that price tag flips, you won't just notice the cost, you'll notice the difference in every bite. Now that meat is heating up, what happens when dairy costs start melting your budget? Cheese used to be comfort food. Now it's an early indicator of cost pain spreading across grocery shelves. When dairy starts flexing upward, it sends a signal that touches every aisle, from snacks to sauces. The first hint is sitting right there in the snack section, disguised as a deal. Those Ferret cheese crisps that look like a simple treat but carry a warning built right into the price tag. At $2.99, they seem harmless. But that number is walking a thin line between today's bargain and next month's sticker shock. These crisps rely on real cheese and powdered dairy to get their punch. That same base is where the pressure's building fastest. Reports show raw cheese costs up nearly 18% in 1 quarter alone. Feed, transport, and processing costs pile on, and suddenly the snack aisle pays the tab. When a snack depends on dried or shredded cheese to taste authentic, every tick upward in dairy pricing slices into profit. Brands can raise the shelf price or quietly trim somewhere else. And guess which one most end up choosing? It's the illusion of the affordable indulgence. You think you're grabbing a treat cheaper than a boutique brand, but that small price gap is closing fast. A few weeks from now, today's $2.99 might read $3.79 and look suspiciously like a luxury by that snuck into your lunch stash. You still reach for it because habit does the thinking, but the math doesn't lie, your snack budget just got bent. Those same crisps that cover after-school snacking, desk drawer munching, or road trips will start feeling like guilty splurges if you wait for the next restock. Some producers skip price hikes altogether and go with the subtler fix that no one calls out on social media. Shrinkflation. A bag that used to fill your palm now settles halfway. The crunch tastes the same, but there are fewer pieces rattling inside. Labels stay friendly and familiar, but the content is lighter, the ingredients tweaked to stretch the mix. Less cheese, more starch, another natural seasoning blend that costs half as much to produce. You check the weight label and it's dropped an ounce or two, yet the shelf tag reads the same. That's the dairy signal hiding in plain sight. When cheese costs start spiking, it isn't an isolated jump. It's the pilot light for inflation across the store. You'll notice it next in frozen pizza blends, then in salad dressings, then in every shelf-stable dip that relies on dairy solids. Shelves fool the eye because the price stickers don't change immediately. But the box weight and ingredient list tell the real story long before checkout hits harder. The fix for now is simple math. You buy what's still real, what lists cheese first, not filler, and stash a few extra bags before reformulations roll across production lines. That's how you freeze current value without a coupon. Keep flavor and wait while you still can. Knowing how dairy costs behave helps you see the next price wave before it crests. But what happens when the real hit isn't food at all? And it's the gear you use to keep it cold. The biggest price shock at Aldi this May isn't edible. It's rolling right out the door. The Igloo rolling cooler, sitting quietly near the seasonal aisle, is about to become the most expensive piece of plastic in your trunk if you wait too long. At $24.99, it looks harmless, maybe even like an impulse buy. But behind that blue and white shell is a storm of higher shipping costs and container delays that are already rewriting price tags before summer officially begins. This cooler isn't just about keeping drinks cold. It's a small lesson in how inflation sneaks into everyday life. Retail analysts warn that seasonal gear is one of the first to feel a squeeze, and the Igloo cooler fits the pattern perfectly. Container shortages, congested ports, and rising fuel surcharges are stacking up to push prices 30 to 40% higher before Memorial Day. That means the cooler you glance at today as a $25 deal could be touching $35 or $39 before June even settles in. A simple piece of summer gear starts behaving like a luxury item. That leap matters because, unlike groceries, stores rarely restock these seasonal shelves more than once. Once they're gone, they stay gone until fall or next year's shipment. So when shipping schedules slow and freight rates spike, it's the perfect storm for what analysts call the summer squeeze. Limited inventory when everyone wants the same backyard setup. 1 week you'll see neat stacks of coolers. 2 weeks later, all that's left are dented ones and clearance signs for colors nobody wanted. Wait too long and you'll end up paying double for a bigger brand just to replace what you missed. Think of each cooler as an inflation amplifier. It doesn't just carry the cost of plastic, insulation, and wheels. It also soaks up everything that touches transportation. When container ships stall overseas or fuel prices rise again, those costs ripple through every summer item that depends on bulk shipping. For retailers, that adds pressure to either charge more or keep the shelves half empty. Neither option works for consumers trying to plan a weekend barbecue without melting ice or warm drinks. Right now, that $25 tag is the floor, not the ceiling. Buying one ahead of the rush is like locking in a 40% discount before anyone even prints the sale signs. You save money purely by acting early, not by chasing coupons or waiting for promotions that won't come once freight surcharges kick in. And since durability matters, check the internal insulation, the hinge strength, and the wheels, because if you're spending ahead, spend smart. These details turn a seasonal buy into a small investment that'll hold up for several summers instead of just one. So while everyone else focuses on rising food prices, this quiet shelf near the checkout might be where inflation hits first. With poultry, dairy, and seasonal goods all heating up, where does that leave the smart shopper heading into May? Inflation isn't theoretical. It's a quiet timer ticking through your grocery run, from frozen poultry to the cooler you use at the beach. Being just days ahead of price jumps makes a real difference, especially when costs shift by double digits in a single month. Shop intentionally this May. Read labels for weight changes, check unit prices, and buy before cost adjustments ripple through restocks. That few dollars saved now stretches further than any sale later. Stay alert, stock wisely, and keep your pantry insulated from inflation. Like and subscribe to help us keep tracking the real costs hiding behind everyday prices.